Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of McDonald County 411. I'm Tara Rubeck, your host of the Most 411. I have some women with me with various organizations around the school district, which we're going to get to. We're going to shine a light and dedicate today's episode to those teachers, the district school administration, the support staff, the bus drivers, everyone in the school district that works so hard every day for all our kids. So this episode's for you guys. I have with me today Sheena Smith, and she's with FAMS, and that's an organization with Anderson Middle School. I have Ashton Cargyle with White Rock Elementary PTO, and I have Lizzie Wilkinson with Rocky and Pineville Greenhouse Program. And we're all going to chat a little bit about what's going on in our school district, and then we're going to get to their organization. So here we go. All right. Well, I don't know if you ladies saw, but recently they have released the Teacher of the Year, Bus Driver of the Year, and Support Staff Member of the Year. So I just kind of wanted to shout out those finalists again and announce the winner there, congratulate them. So for Teacher of the Year finalists, we had Michael Shaddix, Shauna Lesher, Autumn Pottinger, Samantha Brimes, Presley Lawson, Shannon Hall, Jamie Kitlin, Holly Huber, and Joe Waxler. And the winner was Holly Huber of White Rock Elementary. Congratulations, Holly. Very deserving. We're going to move on to Staff Member of the Year finalists. We had Whitney Moffett, Wynn Gordon, Rebecca Flood, Marcia Allison, Quincy Chamberlain, Michelle Stites, Trini Cerna, and Shannon Price, Jamie House, and Stacy Williams. And the winner was Rebecca Flood of Anderson Middle School. Congratulations, Rebecca. Very deserving. And last but certainly not least, we had Bus Driver of the Year finalists, which was Lee Smith, Megan Hare, Bobby Townsend, Tim Scott, Jason Franken, Marcia Allison, James Brewer, and Jennifer McGonigal. And the winner was Lee Smith. Congratulations. McDonald County High School and Knoll Elementary. So we want to congratulate all you winners and thank you again. Just truly thank you for your service and your dedication to the school district. So, all right, moving on, we're going to talk about the Sparkville program. Sparkville is a national organization that partners with communities across the U.S. like ours in efforts to fill the gaps in students and staff support needs in our schools. The backpack program, one-on-one student counseling, food pantries, school and clothing closets, staff support in classrooms, and student community resources are just a few of the many wonderful things Sparkville does for our school district. If you would like to know more about the Sparkville program and know how you can help to make a difference in our schools, contact the Central Administration Office in Anderson and ask for the name of your school Spark rep, and they can put you in touch with that. If you would like to donate to any of the food or clothing closets the Spark closets have across the various schools in our district, you can drop those off school. And just a few suggestions on food items, because guys, that backpack program and those food pantries at our schools are essential. Okay, they make a huge difference, and anybody who has worked with or in the schools will tell you that. But they suggest food items that Spark suggests are things like canned goods, raviolis, ramen noodles, granola bars, hot tarts, anything long-lasting, kid-friendly, and non-perishable. Okay, guys. And again, you can drop those off at your school and they will get into the right hands. All right, now, ladies, we're going to kind of move on, and I'm going to let each of you talk a little bit about your organization and what you have going on. So, Sheena, why don't you kick off and tell us what Anderson FAM has going on?
Yeah, so as part of the FAM organization, which is Parents Helping Anderson Middle School, our primary function is just covering the needs of the teachers that, just random things that may come up that they need. With our fundraising efforts this year, between our dances, our coffee bars, just different things that we've done throughout the year, we've been able to get like a new paper cutter that's, much more safe than, have to pop something up on your Right, which is good. But we've also been able to get the outdoor heaters for the
I
which
wish the outdoor heaters. So my kiddo personally benefits from them. She is a car rider at Anderson Middle School, and that was a game changer this year.
yeah, our teachers because our teachers, they're always standing outside and helping, I started to the other students and it's critical to make them more in the staff. So the other thing that we did that was a huge thing, you know, we've we have so many supplies that are in our storage rooms and they were just kind of busting the seams. And so we went through and we purchased organization wraps for all of the closets. So each of the grade levels were, and as well as the office was able to go in and reorganize all of their closets to make things easier accessible. Make sure that nothing's going from so many books sitting on a shelf, that have been around for quite a while. So, every fundraiser that we do just goes right back to school, helping with different teacher appreciation breakfasts or staff appreciation breakfasts or meals or, just different things to thank them for all that they're doing for our students. And it's just so wonderful. So we're currently done with our fundraising for the year, but we've got lots planned and exciting things for next year. So just huge thank you to everybody that's come out to support the dance organization this year or sending money with your kids that help support us. So everything that you're doing is 100% going back into the schools, the teachers and the staff. Thank you guys.
And so I do have a follow-up question. Just curious, what does of all your fundraisers, what is the most successful yearly one that you guys do when you go to? What is your most financially successful type of fundraiser that you do?
So actually, they're all very beneficial and kind of all in line with each other. Those middle school kids love their coffee. Thank you to the parents that continue to gather these for those kids and get the coffees. Our dances are always great, because it's community wide. So we're able to get like everybody within the district involved with our dances. But like just whenever it comes to the school specifically, like our coffee bar.
High school really keep that open coffee, and I just feel like if you can't beat them join them because it is been a good run. Yeah, awesome. Okay, well, like Sheena and okay, Ashton, we're going to tell us a little bit about what you guys got going.
Well, very similar to what James was doing, the White Rock PTO is dedicated to helping our students and our teachers. Some of the things that we've done that were more fun, we've been able to purchase a dog off office to put out in the playground area. We also typically pay for the 8th grade field trip to Jefferson City every year. We try to assist, if there's other field trips or ways that they need planning to assist with that. We also like to spoil our teachers because they feel like the more that we help with them, the easier it makes it for them, right? And then they give back to us so much and so many of our parents do as well, which is amazing.
And let's face it, they have a high stress job.
Very, very high stress.
It is. Even with a great class, it's high stress. And so those little perks, sometimes those little coffees or lunches through the day can really help.
They really can. We've even set up a new thing this year where we do what's called perk points. And so it kind of encourages parent participation. And so you can earn perk points for your teacher. And then every semester we pick who won and they can choose, to get gift card, pizza party for their class, supplies. It's been really fun to do. It's worked out really well. And then we also do what's called the Rock and Rooster. So the students get chosen, a teacher chooses one kid every month. And so we also implemented where the staff chooses one teacher or staff member every month as well. And so they get a shirt too and a little basket of their favorites.
It's new too. I think a lot of similes in my time. We were told just recently, my youngest is a 7th grade now. So I just kind of got in that age where she's like, doesn't really want me to go anymore. And I've never seen where they do teachers every month. And I think that's great. So it sounds like you guys are really focusing on, incentives for those teachers.
Absolutely.
Because that is key to retention too, I think.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I didn't even think about that.
It really is.
It is.
And I know one of the things that Chat says about our school district is that we have one of the best quality of teachers. And I think we do, but things like that, help doing things like that. So, okay, we'll stay. So let's say, well, you guys, what else do you have? Anything else going on?
Well, I'm here truthfully to talk about the carnival this Saturday. Yes.
In this Saturday?
It ends from 11 to 2 at White Rock Elementary. It is open to the entire county. Anyone in the community is invited. We have bouncy houses. We have food trucks. We have games, auction. We have a huge auction. So all the teachers, each teacher does a basket or their auction. And then we also have some big ticket donated items. As an example, we have a full kids bedroom set. We also just found out today that we have an 8-man raft that was donated to us from Lazy Days. So thank you, Lazy Days. Yes. So there's a lot of stuff like that. We are, for those larger ticket items, we're actually going to do an online auction. So you can bid in person or online on their Facebook page. Yes. Okay. So White Rock Elementary PTO has a Facebook page.
Okay.
And
Find you on Facebook.
yes, find us on Facebook and there will be more items than this.
Okay.
But what we'll do is at the same time the auction opens at the school,
Yes.
we'll also open it for those larger items online.
Okay. So do like the lives.
Yes. And I will be monitoring it personally. So what I'm going to do is I'll be at the auction the whole time.
Okay.
And I may have to stop and jump on the bouncy house. But when I'm done with that, no, I'll be there live. And so if somebody bids in person, I will update the online auction. And then if they bid online, I'll update the auction sheet there at the school.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Cool. Well, that is super exciting. So you guys, if you're interested in that, I would get on early ahead of time and find their page and then get it in your favorites and get ready to go and set your alarm or your notification for that night when you can't make it. Because that's a great idea. I love that too, incorporating because so many people want to participate or give back, but they're just genuinely busy with probably their kids, having to find for themselves, probably other things. But okay, well, I love that. Well, do you have anything? Is that all? You guys, I mean, that's a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot. If anybody wonders, the food trucks specifically are Lizzie G's Barbecue,
Yes.
You Spring Ice Cream, and County Push.
Oh, you have like 3 bangers. Those are all. And let's give times one more time. It's this Saturday at White Rock Elementary in Jane.
And it is from 11 to
11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And you can find them on Facebook and participate in the live auction during those hours too, which I'm sure they'll be posting along the way for yes. So great, awesome. Thank you. Lucy Wilkinson, you're heading up the greenhouse program that Rocky and Pineville have going on, which is super cool. And I know they started a few years back, and I'm recalling years back, but tell us a little bit about that.
So I've been a teacher in the district for 15 years.
Oh, wow. Thank you for your service.
So I teach junior high agriculture. Oh, and Rocky, whenever I came, they had just built their greenhouse. The teacher before me built the greenhouse. So he had it for 1 year and then he took title. And so I ran the Rocky greenhouse like from day one. And so it's been there for 15 years. I built the greenhouse in here. I believe 5 years now. And so we got an amazing donation from his local company here in Springville.
Shout out to the telephone
For sure. So this local company donated all the money for the amazing greenhouse at Pineville. And so we've had that about 5 years now. So at Rocky, our greenhouse sale is coming up this Friday. So stop at the greenhouse sale on Friday or Saturday before you go to the Costco.
So now the sale will be at the school.
Absolutely, it will be at the school, like in the front
During school hours, or what's your hours on Friday and Saturday?
So Friday on April 24th, we will be selling from 10 to 6.
10 to 6 on Friday,
And then from 10 to 1 on Saturday.
10 to 1 on Saturday at the school in Rocky Comfort.
And that will be our main sale. But if you come during school hours, like after that, then we'll have some plants like October and plants coming by. And then our Pineville sale is May 1st and 2nd. So the next Friday is Friday, same hours. So Friday from 10 to 6,
Friday 10 to 6,
Saturday from 10 to 1.
Saturday 10 to 1 in the time though. Okay. And if a person say they can't make it, and maybe gonna be covers this, I cut you off, but if a person can't make it to either one of those, but they are, this is one of your products right here. So they want to order something, or they want to be like, hey, can you set, I can't make it. Can you set this back for me?
So
At someone, they can message the school.
they can totally message the school on either of our Facebook pages, or you can message me directly. Also, like come during school hours, anytime after sales, because I think a lot of people like want to come in,
Yeah.
like for Mother's Day plans, which is the next weekend after my bill, and so
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And that's right at the greenhouse.
so we have all sorts of different plans. Hints to my children. So, but we started small, like at Rocky. I think our first sale way back when made $1,000.
So,
Right. So last year we made just over $15,000.
still really, but look out.
If people have
That figures was impressive. I know I've been a part of a lot of organizations. So for that amount of money for one, we'll call it one fundraiser. So that's because I'm sure there are PTO other things too.
those are going to fundraise.
It's smart. You dug deep into one really successful.
And even though my bill is a little bit younger than Rocky's last year, we made just shy of $8,000.
So amazing. So good. So good.
We love the fact that we are able to also like take that money. And I mean, my 7th and 8th graders and 6th, 7th, and 8th graders at Pineville work so hard that we make for sure that we pay for their in-grade field trip. So we make for sure that we take them out to dinner, things like that. We also offer 2 scholarships. So one Pineville graduate and one Rocky graduate. Every year they apply for a $500 scholarship to further their education.
That's really great.
And I love, like, one of my favorite things to do is we do Mother's Day cleanups at Rocky and Pineville. And so the kids like all come and they plant like one little plant, like in a like cold cup, and we all wrap it up and then take it home to their mamas. Yeah, it's so great. And then at the end of school, we always have tomatoes and peppers left over. And so we put a little tomato plant, the plant in the Walmart bag, and all these little kids like take it and we'll do it. So it's fun. That is really fun. Yeah.
I should to look into next year. We just have a stock this fall. Have you ever thought about maybe some little work croissants and years?
So
Oh,
all of our well, all of our flowers are more like perennials, and so more like that plant flower. And so yeah, we have an amazing coffee shop like here in
Oh yeah.
in Anderson that makes amazing porcelain.
Yeah, yes, for sure.
So shout out to them because I have 3 kids going to prom.
They're like though. She never anything. I mean, for all my she's amazing. You know, there are a lot of amazing businesses, and that is next week. Yes, next Saturday is, and they do that out in Seneca now, right?
Yes.
And that like very beautiful place. I can't think of the name, but so you have 3 going to prom.
Yeah, 3 months.
And so I my right now my high schoolers freshmen. Yeah.
And I'm really
Another thing to think of is teacher appreciation. So, and also nurse appreciation week is the same week, I believe. If you're out and about, you like work for your favorite teachers, and you should secretary, still secretary, but they have an appreciation. They don't remember the. I know my
color boss, but our plans are really. I know a lot of people like they really bring in baskets. We want to make for sure that we like accommodate everyone with all different economic situations. Hey, baskets of $15.
That's funny.
Wow. So we all like all of our mini baskets, whether they're greenery or senior baskets, $15, no matter what it's our 4-packs and 6-packs of $4. And then we have like huge geraniums and round pots and UGD patients and ornamental craft service and plants and all sorts of stuff, but all of those are $5. So it's either, and then we have some $1 too. So we have anything from $1, $4, $5.
So affordable. Guys, do you take any donations of seeds or anything, or any way that I understand you're schools and when you accept it, they can come out one.
Some people they donate their heating vessels. And it's so helpful because we just settings are all in list. And so they just bring them back because they don't want them to die like in the spot. So most of the time they just drop them off at the front porch of Rocky and Pineville, and we just save them in and we just cut them up into little bits and making a plan out of it because people are so generous to bring those back.
Yeah. So you can redonate the baskets by just dropping them off at either school.
Yeah, so listen to this book.
Next of all,
It's such a good comfortability everybody. So it gives a hard purchase the baskets. And people also like think about like all the little pots and trays and mini baskets that you just accumulate. You do.
yeah, laying around my house right now.
Yeah, just please like throw them in the trash bag and drop them off on the front porch. And we still use it. Like it's so wonderful.
One of the things I always go back to is the food issue because that to me as a parent brings my heart more than I know for some kids that's the difference between them having things to eat and not. So for me personally, because I always champions, and so if you want to know how you can get involved with that, contact your school secretary, and I guarantee she'll be able to tell you what you can do, what
We have 2 biological and then 4 adopted from the county. And before we adopted our 4 kiddos that came from the county, they were on backpack programs and they were absolutely vital. So please like donate, even if it's you don't grocery shop, you pick up a couple of like jars of peanut butter. It's so helpful.
you heard.
And I know you're sick of handguns, so definitely please like try to get the candidates right to get us
Yes, that's crucial. Again, think kid friendly and say you don't need anything to open besides your hands.
I think something extra I would shine a light on Spark Wheel is not only the backpacks and food, but they also are providing school supplies. If they actually pair up with us at open houses, anybody, I mean, if you don't have a backpack, you don't have notebooks, pencils, whatever it might be, that is all right there for everyone to pick up. And then they also have a ton of donated clothing. And so if a kid needs a coat or a pair of jeans or anything like that, they're also providing that, which is just absolutely beautiful because if you have gently used clothing, we all I think do.
Yes.
Especially our kids are growing so fast. And you can put that right back into our community and serve someone. And I love the Spark Wheels helping to facilitate that. And I don't know about your schools, but White Oak also has a donation pantry in the parking lot. And so we also
In the parking lot.
yes, and it's literally in the parking lot.
I have seen those.
Yeah, so it's I don't know what the official name is, what people call it. But it's a donation box, though. Essentially, it just sits up on a what are kids? Yeah, yeah, so it's like pantry, and then people just put in like okay, for example, around Thanksgiving, everybody was very cognizant of like let's put in green beans, put in it's the mashed potatoes, things like that. Yeah, and so we try to highlight that and keep it soft. But our community does a great job with that too. And then if you need it, you can come get it at any time. You can do it like no deals for some rounds. It's fine too.
It takes nothing, guys, to make it takes knowing someone that has a little bit of extra lumber laying around and getting with the school or getting with Marvin with the Spark program, Coach Marlin. I think he's up at the high school a lot and they can kind of help you figure out how to get your school one of these. Because why don't we all have these?
I know that. That's a great one.
Great. You know, the local church that's I know like the Fifth Sixth grade basketball players, like it's a huge financial commitment to buy basketball shoes.
Yeah.
And we go to little church with Cap Rocky that donates money to purchase basketball shoes. Oh, for the whole entire team. So that's amazing. And we also have like local churches that contribute that. But if you want to know like how you can help specifically with like clothing or shoes or anything like that, because being in the schools, like I don't know how many shoes I've got to put together and wrapper band just to get them through for the day. But if you reach out to your nurses and at your school, like they know the kids who didn't really use your shoes, but they just like the size. You know,
And also your school liaison is a huge benefit when at Anderson, middle school and Anderson Elementary. Yes, she has closets at both schools for clothing students.
And this is a great time of year, guys, when you're, especially when you're cleaning out your kids' winter closet, those little kiddos for coats. Okay, so any of those coats that you're putting up for the winter that are going to be too little for your kiddo next year, give those to the secretary. She will put them to good use for sure.
A lot of teachers have like a spare of over to their classrooms because they go out to recess. And they don't attend teachers do that. So I've been talking to teachers who like even these teachers if they have like a extra coat like in a classroom just for spare.
And if you have any gently used business clothing things, blazers, glass, men's or women's, I know Miss Owens of the high school, you can contact the secretary of the high school and she can get zones, but I know her program's looking for donations for that too. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
I loved this one today. We're going to make it a point to do more of these. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next week with another episode of 411.